does Uncle Dana have to look at it and say, there's a possibility, I know it's a small one, that he could lose elite fighters because he's not paying them the money that they think they deserve, bro. The proper ones, not the idiots that think they should just get paid straight away, but the proper fighters, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the wheels are starting to turn now. And it's piss in the ocean. Like you can't take it out. So this problem's not gonna go away.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz of the Round Table discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy Tooth in the building. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, bruv. What are you saying, man?
Oh, I'm all right, you know, bro. It's been an entertaining weekend. I have to say that, bro. Listen, I've been looking forward to this. I can't lie. Like,
trust me.
We got a lot to unpack and delve into, but people, you know what it is. You know when Tooth is here, our Nate Diaz, our dentistry, our MMA connoisseur is here. You know it's time for Fight Talk again, episode 13. And it's going to be the UFC 270 review show. You know, we're going to be talking Ngannou and Gane. You know, we're going to be talking Moreno and Figuieredo and all of that good stuff. But as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, all that good stuff, as I say all the time. Share, share, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Tooth, bro, what? Bro, listen. 270 was one of them, like the two main events were just them ones where when we did the preview, we didn't know what was going to happen. And it lived up to expectation, bruv, because when you look back and dissect what happened in both of those fights, bruv, like literally, it was one of them ones where
we called all of it, bro. I called all of it, bro. I fucking called all of it, bro. Like, other than, do you know what the thing is? In the preview, I said Cyril would win, right? But I was looking at it at a pure sort of, you know, technical breakdown sort of standpoint.
Yeah.
And Cyril did smoke him for the first two rounds.
Yeah, 100.
You know what I mean? He was on the wrong end of a tight fought loss. Do you know what I mean? A very tightly contested fight, bruv. So there's no shame in that. But we didn't speak about the betting odds, because after that, bro, we need to start adding that to the poddy, bro. We need to start adding that. Like, look, let's look at the odds and see if that changes anything. Because when I saw the odds on Ngannou, they were ridiculously bad, bro. Do you know what I mean? So that changed everything. From a betting perspective, it was like there was a higher risk to win ratio of putting your money on Ngannou. Do you know what I mean? Because they had completely ruled out, you could tell the odd makers had completely ruled out the shit that we had discussed in the preview, bro. And how much Ngannou has improved and how much we don't know where he is now after what we saw against Stipe.
100.
And how significantly he leveled up in that fight. It's like, look, we're in a whole new territory now with this guy. He's not just a one-punch killer guy now. He's got a few more things going on for him. But we've just not seen the full extent of it. Now we sort of have. And I feel like the odd makers disregarded that. Do you know what I mean? So then from a betting perspective, it made much more sense to go with Francis. So yeah, man, that fight, bruv. Even the fucking triangle, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Ngannou tried throwing up you get me, bro. You might need to throw that in like a little rewind clip, like make it black and white and shit, bro. Just like, you know what I mean? As evidence.
When I saw that, I was like, Ngannou definitely watched our poddy before he stepped into the octagon round. and listened to Tooth and said, "Oh yeah." He was like, "Yeah, TJ, you're laughing at the arm triangle. Yeah, watch what I'm gonna do, bro."
Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. That, bro, our influence reaches far and wide, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's basically the world heavyweight champ giving me a shout out, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, bro, I hear you, bro. I hear that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Let me throw up this triangle real quick in the 5th round off my back, bro. Just to give him a little shout out, bro. Bro, as soon as that happened, bro, I just walked back to the body, bro. I was just like,
bro, I literally thought of you. I was just like, bro, this guy actually, bro, Mystic Tooth right here, bro. Like, Tooth is just turning into this guy, bro. He's a psychic, just calling everything. Like, Tooth's been on a roll in calling stuff, people. If you go back to all the poddies on Fight Talk, he's called the majority of these fights, bro. But now, man's even calling things that no one would ever think of. Like, it's mad.
Trust me, bro. Even I'm surprising myself sometimes, bro. Because I know, bro, when I come on here, let's keep it a buck, bro. Yeah, I'll just chat shit, bro. Like, you should not take anything I say seriously whatsoever, bro. And I think our viewers are fucking smart enough to take it with a pinch of salt, bro.
Mm.
They get the gimmick, they get the character, they get the whole Colby Covington thing going on, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, even I'm surprised, bro. Like, for real? He just threw up a fucking triangle.
Oh, man. It's nuts. It's nuts. Oh, people, sorry, I didn't say. So Francis Ngannou won Sunday just gone, beating Cyril Gane by unanimous decision. The judges had it 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46. As Tooth said, Gane took the first 2 rounds, 100%. It looked like Gane was gonna do what we said he was gonna do. He was going in there. He was trying to go with the takedowns. The teep kicks and the kicks to the body were really effective in the first 2 rounds as well. But then Ngannou leveled up and changed the game, bruv. Like, his wrestling, his grappling, he just showed everybody that, yeah, what? You think I'm only about 1 punch? You think what I did against Stipe was a fluke? Nah, mate. He went in there and he showed how much of a complete fighter he is now in the octagon and came out victorious. And no arguments about the result. It was a close fight because, as I said, Gane took the first 2, but Ngannou took the last 3. But Ngannou just leveling up and showing everybody what he was about. To Feudo, as I said, first 2 rounds, Gane took him. It was going to the game plan. I think what changed the fight was in the 3rd round when Gane got slammed by Ngannou. I don't know if you remember the body slam, and then they were on the ground for ages and blah, blah, blah. But for you, how impressed were you by Ngannou's grappling and his wrestling, bro?
Bro, that body slam, everyone remembers that, bro. That was like the fucking highlight of the fight, bro. That was, again, like, what the fuck, bro? That was like some Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant shit, bro. But yeah, man. I was very impressed, bro. I was very impressed with Ngannou, man. And not that I didn't know he was capable of that. I felt like he was. After the Stipe fight, I feel like Stipe's no scrub, bruv. He's arguably one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Probably a bit on the decline, but still not so far out from his prime. Like, he's not washed. Nah. Do you know what I mean? Stipe's not like one of... Do you know what I mean? He's not like an Arlovski or a Junior Dos Santos. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean no disrespect by that, but do you know what I mean? Those guys are well over the hill now, well past their prime. Stipe's still within his prime, if not coming to the end of his prime. And for Ngannou to do that and to display all those new weapons against such an elite level opponent, I didn't need to judge the punching bag, despite the punching bag being a very elite fighter, arguably the greatest heavyweight ever. So that, to me, spoke volumes. So that, combined with the training camp that Ngannou has moved to, which is Extreme Couture, a very heavy grappling based team.
Mm.
You know, the founder of that gym is Randy Couture. So,
oh, is that who's with?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how involved Randy Couture is with the training anymore, because you know he's far beyond.
Yeah.
He's far beyond that now. But it's still that gym is still associated with him.
Okay.
And obviously, with that comes the grappling, the wrestling, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So, I was impressed, but at the same time, I knew kind of, he should be capable of doing this by now, especially after what we saw in the Stipe fight. Now, in this fight, he did look a bit fatigued. He did look a bit, you know, he did look drained. He did look slow. Do you know what I mean? Labored.
Yeah.
Especially those first two rounds. Like after halfway through the first round, he was already gassing.
His mouth
out.
was open, yeah, bro. His mouth was open.
Was gassing out. So there were signs of like, do you know what I mean? Is he harboring an injury? My man came out with the knee pads, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, my man was trying to make a point, bro. He was really pushing for that pay rise, fam. He came out with knee pads, looking fat, out of shape, pre-diabetic. Do you know what I mean? My man really wanted to, like, you know, man, emphasize, like, look, bruv, I've only got a short window of time left. And then do you know what, bruv? The UFC guys in the van proper fucked it up for him, bruv. Because the next shot was a cutaway to Glover Teixeira, bruv. And my man was there with a fucking oxygen tank and, like, an ICU nurse on standby, bruv. Do you know what I mean, bro? These man, bro. And bro, the look on Glover's face was like, bro, fuck it. I know I ain't getting a pay rise, bro. Just pay me whatever the fuck you're going to pay me before, do you know what I mean? Before I ride off into the sunset, bro. So, trust me, blood. It's one of them ones, bro. But, yeah, he didn't look like the fucking predator we knew. Do you know what I mean? And then you start, after the second round, you start to think like, right, is it a mental block again? Are we seeing shades of Stipe 1 and Derek Lewis? Do you know what I mean? We're starting to think like, right.
Genuinely, bro. I thought it was going to be a cakewalk. I'm not going to lie. I thought Gane had him.
Trust. Bro, he was hitting him with that jab all day long. And they're talking about him fighting Tyson Fury. Come on, bro. Like for real. For real. But with Cyril, he was doing good work, bruv. He was catching him. He was at range. He knew how to fucking close the distance and rush him. And he was effective with those leg kicks, but those leg kicks, like, I felt like he should have done a lot more. He should have thrown them like Muay Thai style to really make some damage. He was just sort of flicking him. Little flicky kicks. Do you know what I mean? Just touching him with it. And come on, bro. The guy's out there with 2 prosthetic knees on, bro. Just fucking deck his knees, bro. Do you know what I mean? They're just there, bro. Like, I'm thinking the whole time, oh, why are you playing fucking touchy-feely with him, bro? Just fucking hack him, bro. Like, fucking, do you know what I mean, bro? Annihilate, obliterate those legs, bro. Amputate those legs, bro. Do you know what I mean? So he didn't really do that. But in the preview, you were talking about will Gane have the advantage on the ground and with the submissions and the grapplings? And then that's when we clearly saw that he didn't. He didn't. Even to the untrained eye, you could tell. Like, one of the things that I've said in the past on this poddy before, if you're at UFC level, you need to be able to get off your back, unless Khabib is holding you down. Yeah. Like, you have to have that skill. Otherwise, you're not going to be a champion. You just do not have enough to be what it takes to be a champion if you can't do that one basic skill in this game. So do you know what I mean? He showed that he didn't have that, bro. Yeah. On the night.
To be fair, though, when you look at the size of Ngannou, bro, it's going to be difficult to try and get off your back with this guy holding you down. Like, bruv, it's like fucking having a boulder on you, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Ngannou isn't a wrestler or a grappler, bruv. You know what I mean? He isn't a wrestler or a grappler. They may just be on the same level of grappling and submissions, or maybe one is just a little bit further than the other. But it's not like no fucking Damian Maya flex shit here, bro. It's not like no fucking Matt Hughes flex shit here, or Habib shit, where it's like, my man will take you down, hold you, and you're not getting up. Do you know what I mean? You're just not getting up, because they're just so much. They've been doing that shit since 3 weeks of birth. Like, they've been grappling since then. So those guys, yeah, like, fine. But everyone else, you should be able to get off your back. It's a must. And, but in the end, it just prevailed. Like, his grappling really took over, and his dominance on the ground, his awareness on the ground, his control on the ground, being able to revert that reversal at the end was amazing, bro. Because if Gane had stayed on top of him, then Gane would have won. So all of this stuff,
it was all down to the 5th round.
Yeah. Gane was the one that got the first takedown. But then Ngannou reversed it brilliantly. Yeah. Brilliantly, bro. And that was it. You knew once Ngannou had reversed it, Gane, he didn't know how to get out of it. And that's eventually what cost him the fight. But it is what it is, man. They picked the right winner. The right guy won the fight.
Yeah. No complaints.
No complaints. But this is where it gets fucking juicy, bro.
before we get there, Ngannou came out. Obviously, he said he was wearing the knee pads. That came out, said he had, and I think he said ACLs, all sorts, leg injury, and all of that. And he said that that's why he didn't want to get into the striking with Gane, because he had no confidence in him being able to stay on his feet. If you're Gane, surely, bro, I know you said it already, you should have hacked at the knees, but surely you should have sensed that. You've seen a guy that obviously just that one punch knockout just goes for everybody. And I know that it's a different, like, Gane probably thinking, I'm more elite, so maybe. But, bro, from when you're seeing that this guy's not even trying to knock you out, surely you know something's wrong. Is that a case of inexperience from Gane at the elite level? Or it's just something that he just totally missed, bro, because he was so focused on the game plan that he had prepared before the fight?
And well, that's hard to tell. I feel like what may have happened, long story short, is in the first 2 rounds, he came out looking slick, and he just got into that coasting mentality. And you don't have that unless you've been in championship fights. Now, fair enough, he's been in a championship fight with Derek Lewis, but
this is Ngannou, bruv.
This is Ngannou, bruv, and you've also been this guy's training partner, so you know a lot more about him and a lot more cautious about what he's capable of. So I feel like, once it got to the end of the second round, Cyril must have felt he was ahead on the scorecards, and he may have just needed to do the bare minimum. But I could be completely wrong. It could be Ngannou's game plan was like, look, we go out there, see what happens the first 2 rounds. 3rd, 4th, 5th, we put it on this guy. And you could kind of see that's what was happening in the corner as well. You know, when they were cutting away to the corner, and Ngannou's corner at the beginning, they didn't give a fuck that he lost the first 2 rounds, bro. They were all talking to him like, yeah, dude, it's a really nice day. Do you know what I mean? Later on, we'll go for a coffee. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Bro, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, these motherfuckers turned into Rocky, bro. Real talk. Did you notice that, bro?
Yeah. 100.
My man was like, I was there when your daughter was born, bro. You got to go out and fight. But like, what, bro? Yo, what the fuck, bro? Did you know it, bro? They just turned it up and it worked, bro. Do you know what I mean? And Ngannou went out there and he didn't look like he was going to lose from that point on.
Nah, true that. Truer words haven't been spoken, bro. And that's why he came out on top. Finally, before we move on and talk about what we want to talk about in terms of Ngannou. Where does Gane go from here, bro? What's next for Gane in the heavyweight division in the UFC, coming off this loss with Ngannou? He said at the end of the fight he wants a rematch. If that doesn't happen, for the reasons we're going to speak about after, where does he go from here, bro?
Bro, there's plenty of fights at heavyweight. It's just a handful of guys that are really, let's say, top 5 worthy. So Gane, there's Stipe, of course, there's Taito Ivasa, there's Derek Lewis, there's Volkov, even though he's beaten Volkov and Lewis, but still there's, there's Tom Aspinall as well, a UK prospect. He's in there. He's looking really good. So that's about it, realistically, at heavyweight.
Yeah, Gane Stipe. I'm fucking with you with Gane Stipe, bro.
Yeah, that's a good fight, and that's probably what will happen when we move on to the next subject. Realistically, thinking about it, because it's ex-interim champion versus ex-champion. What's it? Two-time champion. Do you know what I mean? So that's the only fight that makes sense. Unless, of course, Ngannou some way, somehow ends up re-signing with the UFC, and then, do you know what I mean? The floodgates are open, bro.
Nah, 100%, 100%. Right. So Ngannou wins the fight, right? Your boy Dana doesn't give him the belt. I think Dana must have lost a lot of money early Sunday morning, bruv, because he was not happy. Obviously, we know the whole dispute with Ngannou wants to get paid. Basically, Dana's not budging. The contract, correct me if I'm wrong here, too, but the contract technically is over, but isn't, because there's a championship clause. So I think he still has to have one more fight. Am I correct in saying that?
I think that contract runs out at the end of this year.
Okay.
However, that I did hear his current contract does run out at the end of this year, and I did hear that there is some sort of a championship clause with all the championships, so that it prevents something like this from occurring, where a champion leaves the organization and then the division is left in limbo because there's no champ. So, but I'm not sure to what extent that would stop him from not fighting for them. But it does look destined for him to sort of chase down that Fury fight.
Well, let's look at it, bro. He got 600,000 for the fight with Gane. Yeah, this is a fight that was being talked about as the best heavyweight fight that there was supposed to be in the UFC, bar one man, which I will mention later. And the thing is, I don't like the comparison that people are making, because they're saying that Tyson Fury got 30 mil for the third fight with Wilder. But come on, like, let's be realistic. It was the third fight after 2 great fights beforehand. But
yeah, but at the same time, like, fucking, let's look at, I don't know, give me some welterweights, bro.
What, boxing?
Yeah, like, let's say Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence, or Like those guys, Adrian Broner and fucking, do you know what I mean? Our boy, bruv, AB, about billions out here, man. Him and someone else, like these guys are easily touching M's.
Yeah,
and they're not drawing the same sort of crowds or pay-per-views that the UFC are. Now it's interesting that they released this. They released the figures of how much they got paid. However, it's not really a clear indication, because I think the only reason they done the fight in LA was because, and I saw this or heard this elsewhere, was that they can release the fighter pay.
Okay.
In the state of LA. But before, we had no idea how much these guys were getting paid.
Yeah, but we know these guys are getting paid peanuts, bruv.
Yeah, they are. And especially for someone like Ngannou, it was a great advert for him to go out there and really rally the cause. Do you know what I mean? Because, for example, like I've always said this before, bruv, like this is my fucking Marxist side kicking in now, bruv. But if them man were to unionize and figure out how much power they really have and cut out all the middlemen and really like come to an agreement, all of them, like put on their fucking thinking caps, come to the table on some mafia shit, and like just really fucking be like, look, we can actually run this shit. We can actually hold these guys for hostage, and that could apply to literally any organization, any employment, anything, bro. Watch me fucking get this channel shut down, bro.
Oh, piss off, bro.
But you get what I mean, bro.
Yeah.
If something like that was to happen in an alternative universe, then yeah, all of these men can be like, pay up. Just literally pay up. Like, and they will be fucked. So it was a great advert for that, but let's keep it real, bro. We know where this is heading. It's either we're at a crossroads where it's either Dana gives in and pays my man, or Ngannou makes the jump and goes out into the unknown. And we see, it obviously has to be boxing, bruv.
Yeah.
It has to be, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in and watch this, bro. This is a crazy prediction, bro.
Bro, if you ever say Bellator, bro.
Bro, I wasn't even going to go there, bro. I was going to go professional wrestling.
Man said, follow Brock.
Yeah, bro. Bobby Lashley, Brock, Ken Shamrock, if you want to throw back. Like, their man have made that jump.
Blackman and all them man there, bro.
Bro, I know. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It is an arduous fucking, like, you know, you're on the road all the time, whatever. But them man do get paid, bro.
Yeah, they get paid, bro. One thing you have to say, Vince pays them, bro.
But that's what I mean. And if you're top of the card level, that's what we're talking about here. Like top of the card, like not mid-tier guys and all the fucking dudes down there. Like we ain't talking about fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like, give me some mid-tier guys, bro. You're the WWE guy, bro.
Bro, mid-tier guys, bro. You had man like Tajiri, bro, Santino Marella, bro.
Bro, you get me, bro. We ain't talking them, man, bro. We ain't talking fucking Steve Blackman, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the big boss man, bro. We're talking like top of the card, like Brock and Bobby Lashley and them, man, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking Jericho, and those guys get money, bro. So it wouldn't be surprising. But yeah, realistically, it's everyone's first assumption is going to be he's going to go to Bellator. That's the UFC retirement home. That's the right.
But Bellator got money though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're owned by Viacom, bro. Oh yeah. So that's a huge fucking company, innit? So them man do get paid. So yeah, realistically, that's what everyone would think he would take. But I think there is, again, something that would stop him from going from like a UFC organization to a direct competitor like Bellator after being the champ.
Nah.
We'll see, Rob. We'll see how this plays out. But that's where we're at, though, man. I don't see it. I don't see any other way.
I can't see him going to WWE. Not yet. I can't see him going to Bellator. I think it doesn't make sense. Boxing is a massive reality for him. And don't get me wrong, him calling out Tyson Fury is nonsense, bro. Like, it don't make no sense.
Oh, Fury's calling him out, bro. Fury's chasing him, bro.
I think Fury is looking at it and saying, because he's being called the baddest man on the planet and all that, I think that's the narrative that Fury's going down. But Fury's got bigger and better things to deal with right now. But right now, he's trying to get someone to fight him. But for Ngannou, I think boxing's a reality, because even when you look at these social media guys, bro, obviously they chat so much shit about the actual money that they're getting, but they are still getting money for these fights that they're putting on. So when Ngannou turns around and looks at it and is like, I'm busting my ass fighting these elite fighters, bruv, and my biggest payday was 600 grand, and I can go and punch the lights off these social media youths and be still getting the same money. You can understand why he's annoyed and he wants to get his payday, bruv. And same thing, obviously, Bones called out Dana for this as well. I know Dana's your boy, and don't get me wrong, I respect the fact that he gets the big fights going, and it's what UFC has over boxing at the moment, but they just can't, at this moment in time, as much as I have transitioned into the UFC and boxing is dead, when it comes to the money aspect, UFC still can't match it yet, but it is coming. The gap's getting smaller and smaller. But does Uncle Dana have to look at it and say, there's a possibility, I know it's a small one, that he could lose elite fighters because he's not paying them the money that they think they deserve, bro. The proper ones, not the idiots that think they should just get paid straight away, but the proper fighters, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like, the wheels are starting to turn now, and it's piss in the ocean. Like, you can't take it out. So this problem's not going to go away until there is a solution. And this may be just the beginning of the virus that spreads, because, you know, Habib walked out and no amount of money was going to make him come back. Right? Conor is getting favoritism treatment.
Yeah, of course, but bro, Conor deserves it.
Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves it. But if you're looking at it from the perspective of a champion,
yeah,
and a fighter and a competitor, you're like, well, you know, I'm still, like, I'm not on the level of Conor, but I'm in the superstar bracket. Like, he might be a fucking megastar, but I'm in the superstar bracket. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can still draw my own little crowds. Like, I deserve a fucking few more peanuts than what I'm getting, bruv. Oliver Twist settings, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And who else was there, bruv? John Jones, bruv, you mentioned. Like, he's also brought this to light. GSP as well was not coming back for any amount of money. Or if he is, he's like negotiating on his terms. Like, all of these guys have sort of had to butt heads with Dana. And the low tier guys know they're not getting paid, but they don't have any option but to shut the fuck up and take it. Otherwise, you're not fighting in the UFC. Simple as.
Of course.
So he can keep this running for as long as he can, being Dana, but you got to think at some point, this is the beginning of something that will significantly address the issue of fighter pay in the UFC.
No, I agree with you completely. And as you said, Uncle Dana is at a crossroads. He's going to have to figure it out, because more and more guys are going to be like, well, looking to transition into other fields. Or if you say Bellator's got the money, I know it's still unrealistic because Bellator is still below the UFC, but these guys might look at it and be, oh, let me go get my paydays elsewhere. It's a massive possibility. Final question too before we move on to the co-main event. If Ngannou does have one more fight in the UFC, what would you rather? Him rematch Gane or Bones, bruv?
Oh, easily Bones. I was gonna say that earlier. You know, when we were talking about what's next for like Gane and if he goes, if he stays. I forgot to mention Bones, bruv. That will be a fight. That will be a treat, bruv. Him and Bones, and then they can both fuck off because there'll be nothing left for them to do.
Yeah, 100, bruv. If Bones, listen, like I would, and Ngannou and Bones would be the one I want to see, and then Bones wins, bruv, right off in the sunset, off into the sunset with the GOAT status, bruv. That
Nah, this will be the perfect outcome, bruv. Jones versus Ngannou, they draw, and there's a rematch clause. There's a rematch clause, but for a trilogy on some Wilder Deontay shit. Do you know what I mean? Because the first one was a draw, so you need to have 2 rematches just to close the trilogy. So it's like this, yeah. So it's like, and this is going to be a sick segue into the next one, blood. You know, because you know where I'm going with this, blood. Fucking shout out Pacquiao and Marquez for the genius, bruv. They were just like, fuck it, let's just run it back. It don't matter, bruv. It doesn't matter. What is it, 4th time? Fuck it, bruv. Just run it back. What, I've lost 3 of them. Cool. Do you know what was the point, bruv? What was the point? Like at that, bruv, it's not even like a 2-1 thing, bruv. It is a whitewash, blood. You lost 3-0, blood. This is like fucking Mr. KA when we're bowling, bruv. Like it's a wrap, bruv.
Oh no. No.
You know what I mean? It's a wrap, bruv. You're fucking done out here, blood. But fuck it, let's run it back, bro. You know what I mean? So Jones and Ngannou will draw the first fight. And then the second and third, it will be a win each. Do you know what I mean? Like Jones by submission and Ngannou by KO. And then we just have to see a 4th, bro. And we just keep, and the 4th is a draw. And the 4th is a draw. So then we have to see a 5th, bruv, or it's a disqualification or no contest or whatever, bruv. Do you get me, blood? So we have to keep running it back, and it's just going to be a cycle.
People, two's got this obsession with trilogies and quads and all these, bruv, and quintuples and all the rest of it, bruv. Like, but the thing is, when the fights are that good, you'll want to run it back over and over again, because as we segue into the co-main event, which was Moreno versus Figueiredo, which was a fight and a half, bruv. Figueiredo, I think you called UD in it.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I think I did. I think I went for the finish, but yeah, I did call Figueiredo, bruv. I'm confident Figueiredo. Yeah,
so Moreno versus Figueiredo for the flyweight title. Figueiredo winning by UD 48-47 by the judges. It was a crazy fight, bruv. And like, credit to Figueiredo, bruv. Like, he looks like a completely different fighter in this fight compared to the second one. Looked like the Figueiredo of old, and obviously culminating in I think he dropped Moreno twice in the third. 3 times in the third.
No, I think it was in total, the whole fight. I think
it was twice in the third and once in the 5th that he dropped Moreno. And bro, like, it was just that fight to me was a blur because, bro, there was so much going on that I feel like that 25 minutes felt like 5 minutes, bro, because it was just an absolute madness, and it was a great fight. But what was your thoughts on the fight, bro?
The first 2 I had Moreno, I think, and then the last 3 I can't remember how I scored it, bruv. But either or, yeah, Moreno looked like a completely different fighter, man. He looked much more patient. You could tell, like, moving training camp and going to Cejudo's camp and working with them, man, there, he polished up on a lot of the things that I predicted he would. Like, I felt like he was a smart enough fighter and a determined enough fighter, a hungry enough fighter to get this back. He's not like an athlete, bruv. You could tell this guy comes for war every time. You know, he's one of them, bruv. Like Nick Diaz sort of mentality, bruv. Kill or be killed. So I felt like he was smart enough to know, like, he can't go in headstrong, emotional again. Like, he has to kind of go back to that first fight, but even improve on certain things on that fight, because he was still a bit brash. It was still his over aggressiveness, his over eagerness that cost him that first fight because of the illegal shot. And in the second fight, he just went in there like a madman, possessed, like trying to prove a point. But in this fight, he understood, like, bro, this Mexican kid has got a fucking chin, bro.
He does.
Moreno can eat shots all day long, bro. And he just won't. And he won't go to sleep, bro. So it's like, you kind of got to, and you know this because you fought him twice now, and you still can't put him away. So it's like, you've got to kind of adjust your game plan now, and you kind of got to pick your shots, be a bit more patient. And they kept saying that on the commentary as well, like how patient he was and how they could see the difference in him now that he's moved to Cejudo's camp. So yeah, I felt like it was those 3 knockdowns for me that kind of sealed it. But there was a lot of people that thought otherwise. Like, it was a close fight. It had one of those Volkanovski Holloway vibes.
No, 100. Like I think essentially what it came down to was the knockdowns. I mean, especially I think it was the one towards the end of the third, bro, where he hit him hard, and I was just like, friggin' hell, bro. Like, how is this kid still in this fight? Like, it's madness, bro. But no, 100% agree. Again, it was one of them fights where Moreno won the first 2, and then the third round was what changed it into Figueiredo's favor, bro. And I think the knockdowns were critical. But what I did like about Figueiredo as well, bro, was the leg kicks. I think the leg kicks were vital, bro, to him winning this fight, because I think what it is, Moreno's very, correct me if I'm trying to get technical here. Like, Moreno's very heavy on his lead leg, bro, and I think Figueiredo worked that so well, and I think that's part of the reason why he was able to knock him down so many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it's what Cyril Gane should have done. It's what Cyril Gane should have done to beat Francis. It's like the best way to sort of stop someone's boxing is to fucking stop their movement, bro. Whether that be somebody who's a quick fighter and likes to use footwork, or whether that's someone who's a power puncher and generates all their power from their feet. The best way to sort of nullify that attack is to chop down those fucking legs like a tree surgeon, bruv. Like, that's what you got to do, bruv. So, yeah, and he did check a few, but the point was, Figueiredo was having so much success with it, he kept going back to the well and kept finding that target. And you saw, Moreno's legs, bruv. They look battered, bruv.
Oh, they were fucked.
They look fucked up, bruv. So, and then that was a huge deterrent as well, because it kept Moreno thinking like, fuck, I've got to check these kicks now. Otherwise, I can't get off my boxing. Yeah, and Figueiredo clipped him a few times, but yeah, that kid's got a chin, bruv. Like, he's got a fucking chin, bruv.
Granite chin, bruv. But it's that Mexican warrior set, isn't it?
Proper, bruv. Proper. Speaking of Mexicans, bruv, man, they've got. I love how Davison said in the post-fight interview, we're doing the 4th, and we're doing it in Brazil. No, we're doing it in Mexico. No, we're doing it in Mexico. We're doing it in Mexico. Like, he even, in the post-fight interview, he was like, we're doing the 4th, and we're doing it in Mexico, which is Moreno's, his homeland, bro.
That's his homeland, bro. So, like, Davidson's coming out to make a point, bro. Like, he's like, I'm gonna batter you in your own backyard, bro.
Trust me. And the deep thing is, bro, if Moreno doesn't say we're doing the 5th in Brazil, he's a wasteland, bro. Come on. No, for real. For real,
But
for real.
hold on, too. But hold on, too. If Figueiredo wins the fourth, there's no need for a fifth.
The thing is, the next one is going to be it's going to be a no contest. It's going to be a no contest. They're going to have 2 rounds, yeah, 1 round each, and then in the 3rd round, there's going to be a debilitating eye poke. And the crowd go wild. And the judges can't score it because it's 1 round each. The fight came to an end. So, bruv, he's like, whatever the outcome is, they're going to have to do the 5th in Brazil. And then it resets all over again like a glitch in the
matrix. This guy, bro. I don't know where you're going with this, bro. Yes, there will definitely be a 4th, but there's going to be no contest. Whoever wins is going to be the winner, bro. They can't hold up the division for that long.
It's got to be done, blood. Have them fight every fucking weekend, bro. Do you know what I mean? Proper, bro.
Like, who else is in that division? Do you remember off the top of your head? Like,
yeah. There's Askarov. There's Alexander Pantoja. These guys are all right. They're all right guys, but nothing really like captivating like these two. Do you know what I mean? After the shit they've gone through, after the trilogy they've just completed, it's been such a poster boy for the flyweight division because the flyweights are not like no one's really making any noise, bruv.
Ever since because Mighty Mouse was flyweight, innit? Ever since he kind of left, like it's gone dead. Oh yeah, as well. Yeah.
Cejudo was flyweight. Mighty Mouse
Benavidez
was
still
flyweight.
there?
Who?
Benavidez, was he flyweight?
No, he retired after the 2 Figueiredo losses. No, he came back. He won 1 more fight, and then I think he retired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that division is just not the same anymore, bro. It's not as it's got talent, but it's just not as doesn't draw the eyeballs anymore. Like it's boring, to be honest. And I can see why Dana wanted to get rid of them, but you can't. They're still relevant. They're still important to the sport.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of them. They still need their place in the sport. But
Moreno and Figueiredo proved that, bro.
Pretty much. And this is why they just need to keep fighting every fucking weekend to keep that division alive.
It might have to be the case, bro. It might just have to be the case. Have any more fights on the card that were of note, Tooth?
Yeah, man. The whole main card was banging, bro. The Morales guy from Ecuador or Venezuela or Bolivia or fucking whatever Latin American country he was from, bro. He was a G, bro. He finished Trevin Giles in the first fight of the card, and then the second fight of the card was sick. Said Nurmagomedov, who I think is a cousin of Khabib, threw a spinning back fist, then threw a spinning fucking wheel kick, and then the guy went for a takedown, Cody Stamen, and then immediately just wrapped up a guillotine. Just like that, just wrapped up a guillotine. And that's 125 as well. So he's another prospect, that 125 at the flyweight, Said Nurmagomedov. And that was a very, very impressive victory because he done that within the first minute of the first round.
Okay.
Like, it was some shit like that. And the guy he was fighting was like, you know, all-American wrestler, NWCA, like whatever the fuck. Like,
NWCA, bro. The ones that we used to hit with Kurt Angle, bro.
Yeah, bro. Then Kurt Angle, man, bro. He's one of them, man, bro. So it's always nice when one of them, man, lose, bro. Do you get me, bro? So yeah, blood. That was it, basically. And then who else fought? I can't remember who was before. Oh, Michel Pereira and that Portuguese guy. Michel Pereira was, you remember the Tekken dude, Eddie Gordo?
Eddie Gordo, yeah.
Yeah, bruv. He's the like human version of that, bruv. We've seen it, bruv. You've seen the clips on the group, bruv.
Yeah.
If you pull them up, you'll remember who he is. But yeah, he had a sick fight, bruv. As usual, bruv. He's an elite fighter, in my opinion. Bruv.
What weight
Shit
class
that he brings to the table, you can't prepare for. You can't even welterweight. You can't even get a sparring partner to imitate.
Because he's just that unorthodox.
Yeah, bro. He's just that good. He's just that good. But yeah, other than that, man, banging card. And we roll on to the next one, bro.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah, which will be 271. I think that is Adesanya and Whitaker 2, bro.
Yeah, banging. That's going to be a banging card.
It is, and people, we will be, as usual, previewing that one for you as well. But let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think about Ngannou and Gane. Were you impressed with the way how Ngannou fought? Did Gane do enough? Did he freeze on the night? Let us know what you think about Uncle Dana. Is it time for him to give up the money, give the guys what they deserve, or does Ngannou need to move over to boxing, or as Tu said, go to the WWE with Lashley and Lesnar and them, man? Bones, let us know if you want to see Bones and Ngannou and have a trilogy, a quad, and a quintuple. As Tu said, let us know about what you think about Moreno and Figuieredo. The fourth fight, is it going to be a no contest? Is it going to be that they're going to have a fifth fight? Are they the ones carrying the flyweight division? Tu, if you know when you do that, yeah, it's just me talking to myself.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. My bad. You're going to do bare editing, blood. I know, bro.
It's all good, bro.
Do you know what, bro? Just cut this whole shit out. Just run it back, bro. Just do a rematch, bro.
Oh, bro, I'm not saying that all again, bro. I'm not saying it all again. But yeah, people, we want to hear from you. Put it in the comment section as usual. Before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, all that good stuff. Share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Want to say thank you very much to my guy, Tooth. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, bruv. Always, man. Same time again for the next event, bruv.
Of course, bro. Of course. People coming up, obviously, Footy Chat. We're gonna have a special guest on for that. He's a guest. Rash is a guest, bro.
What? Oh, for real, bro. Cooking with Rash, bro. Bro, has he been taken off the blacklist, bro?
He was never on the blacklist.
Bruv, listen, you watching, yeah, never get on TJ's bad side, bruv. He keeps a little fucking notepad with him, all places he goes. He's on that Chris Jericho flex, bruv. You know what I mean? He keeps a list, bruv. And he just adds people on the... Bruv, he just adds people on the blacklist, bruv. Cooking with Rash was on the KOTRTD blacklist, bruv. That's why man hasn't been seen of, heard of. Do you know what I mean? So, he's got the Mel Gibson treatment, bruv.
No chance, bro. No chance. Rash is always welcome, bro. He's just been MIA, but obviously with Chelsea winning, he's gonna make an appearance, isn't it? But yeah, we got that. Also, we are gonna get onto Mr. KA, and it is gonna happen before the All-Star break. And NBA talk will happen. Also, AFCON, we're going to be definitely getting into the AFCON talk. KA is going to take over. Tooth, where you gone, bro?
Oh, shit. Sorry, bro. My bad, bro. WhatsApp is fucking annoying me, blood. Sorry.
Also, the AFCON, as we get close to the final, for the first time ever, seeing as the Truth don't do the F1, it won't be me hosting. Mr. KA will be hosting the AFCON talk. I don't know what people you're going to expect. I don't know what's going to happen. He might fall asleep halfway through. Like, who knows, bro? Who knows? But I leave it in the capable hands of Mr. KA. if it goes south, don't blame me. It's got nothing to do with me. But that's gonna be something that you don't want to miss. But yeah, people. Huh?
No,
People,
nothing, bro. I was just giggling.
people stay safe out there. Be safe as we come out of all restrictions as of, well, it will be today when you get this, but tomorrow for us. But yeah, be safe and be good, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.